Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV in conjunction with Colfax High School presents Viking Pregame. A look at today's Colfax Vikings Girls game. And now, Viking Pregame.
Good evening and welcome to the NLWN-TV studios. Rick Olson here, and tonight the Viking girls are getting ready to tip off their 2021-22 basketball season as they take on the Hudson Raiders. Now, coming up in this edition of Viking Pregame, we'll take a look at tonight's matchup between the Hudson Raiders and the Colfax Vikings. Then we'll get Coach Serrar's perspective on tonight's game in Coach's Corner. Following that, we'll send it out to Hudson High School, where we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of tonight's game. So it's time to get ready for some exciting high school girls basketball. All that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You're tuned to the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. We use advertising revenue to make this service available to you. If you have a business and would like to get your message out to our ever-increasing audience, give us a call at 715-563-1749. We'll be happy to discuss our budget-friendly advertising packages with you. Get your business noticed on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV by calling 715-5749.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of tonight's season opening girls basketball game between the Hudson Raiders and the Colfax Vikings. The Vikings are looking to continue their championship last season's team, who saw significant playing time. They're led by 5'7" senior swing forward Madison Barstead, who led the team last year, averaging 12.8 points per game. Joining Barstead is 5'7" senior Emily Bertram-Schofield and 5'7" sophomore McKenna Shipman, each of whom averaged nearly 7 points per game. This season, the Vikings have some height in the lineup with 5'10" sophomore Jeanette Hajdukovic and 5'9" junior Ainsley Olson. Those players, along with a solid depth, give the Vikings plenty of optimism for the 2021-22 season. Now, the Vikings are diving right into the deep end in tonight's opener by taking on the defending WIAA State Division I runner-up Hudson Raiders. Last season, the Raiders finished with a 23-1 record, with that one loss coming in the state championship game at the hands of Germantown 63-48. The Raiders will need to replace 6 seniors from last season's team, including that team's top 3 scorers. This year, however, the Raiders look to be led by 5'9" junior Grace Lewis, who averaged 7.6 points per game as well as 3 rebounds per game. Also look for 5'11" senior Kira Young and 5'8" junior Grace Hansen to have an impact on tonight's game. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get the coach's perspective as we chat with Viking head coach Courtney Serrar on Coach's Corner. You're tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
Time now to see what the coaches have to say. It's Coach's Corner, what they look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. And now, Coach's Corner.
Today we're talking with Viking girls head coach Courtney Serrar. And Coach, in just a few minutes we're going to be tipping off the 2021-22 basketball season. Last season, the Vikings finished 13-4 overall with a 13-1 record in the Dunn St. Croix Conference, winning the conference title for the 3rd year in a row. If you could, just give us a few comments about last year's success.
Yeah, we were off to a rocky start. I think, just the craziness of the season that was last year, and then learning to play without, a great senior class was challenging for us at first. We suffered a lot of injuries at the start of the year, and we were just kind of trying to figure out who we were. And then, credit to the girls, they never gave up, and they really bought into what I was saying and, what our team philosophy is based off of. And things started to turn around, and next thing you know, we were conference champs. So it was a great season, challenging for sure. Hoping this year we could do without some of all the extra that was last year.
Well, you can celebrate the past, but you can't live in the past. And so this is a brand new season. And this year, the Vikings lost some pretty valuable players to graduation from last year's team. However, this year's class returns a fair amount of experience, including last year's leading scorer, Maddie Barstead. Can you tell us a little about this season's squad?
Yeah, a great group of seniors who have quite a bit of varsity experience under their belts. And like you said, we have some scorers returning in Maddie, so that's awesome for us. And I think this group of kids, they just work really well together. One thing that was different from last year is we were able to play together this summer and kind of figure out who's going to do what works well for us, what doesn't. So it's very valuable this summer to kind of figure out those things. So now we don't have to spend the first week of the season or whatnot trying to get all that stuff figured out like we did last year. And we just have an awesome group of kids who just love to work hard and never give up. They're super competitive. Even in practice, they just get after each other, and I like to see that.
Well, I had the chance last week to stop by your practice a couple of nights just for a few minutes, and I saw an awful lot of smiles out there on the floor, and that's a good sign for a basketball team.
Yeah, the girls, they like being around each other. They're friends on and off the court. And they understand that, even if they get after each other in practice, it doesn't mean, they don't take it personally or, bring it off the court. It's just in that moment, they're just challenging each other to be better. And it's fun to see. It's fun to see them hold themselves to a whole nother level.
Now tonight, the Vikings are going to take on the defending WIAA Division I state runner-up, the Hudson Raiders. What can you tell us about the Raiders and what special challenges do they present?
Yeah, they're very good. Historically, Jess Vadnais does a great job with her kids. And, like you said, they were state runners-up last year. They lost a ton of great kids. So I don't know, a lot about them. But I do know that they are historically known for replacing those kids with great kids as well. So I think it's going to be challenging for us tonight. But I'm always up for playing good teams, and I'm hoping that we get off to a good start tonight.
Now, you kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier, but after the long off season, did any players come back with new skill or drive that turned to be a pleasant surprise in some of these early practices?
Yeah, you can tell that, the 6 seniors kind of have a more of a sense of urgency that they carry. I think they all understand that this is it for them. This will be their first game. It's a season of lasts for them. And so I think they've, understood that and what comes along with that. And they're holding everybody to a high standard. And, we had a ton of kids play a lot this summer, which is great because those are the times that you can work on those new skills and just gain extra confidence in yourself as a player.
Well, Coach Serrar, good luck on tonight's game. Hopefully the Vikings will have a successful beginning to the 2021-22 season. And coming up next, we have more of Viking Pregame.
You've been listening to Coach's Corner, with a look at tonight's game from the coach's point of view. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you! but I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Viking Pregame. The Vikings are looking to hone their skills by taking on a very top caliber opponent as they prepare to defend their Dun St. Croix Conference title and get ready to challenge for their 4th straight conference championship. Now, on the other hand, the Hudson Raiders would like to begin their quest to take that final step toward winning the gold ball in March and bringing the state title back to Hudson. So the stage is set for some exciting girls high school basketball, and we'll have all the action for you right here on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Now, in just a moment, we'll send it out to Hudson High School, where Ethan Bartles and I will bring you all the action of tonight's season opening girls game between the Colfax Vikings and the Hudson Raiders. That's all coming up. You've been tuned to Viking Pregame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Touchdown! Oh, did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
You've been tuned to Viking Pregame with a look at today's Colfax Vikings girls game. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Colfax Viking basketball.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Slayton's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Slayton's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Slayton's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Slayton's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Slayton's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Colfax Viking basketball is on the air.
Maddie Elke's pass gets intercepted. Farstead, she brings it back down the floor. Cuts into the lane. Jumper from the lane, nothing but net this time.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly presents tonight's Colfax Viking girls varsity basketball game.
Farstead over to the left side to Best, who puts up the three and hit it. Jasmine Best with a three-pointer. She's got 8 points.
Join us as we head out to the gym for tonight's Viking basketball.
Pass down the left side to Hajdukovic. Hook shot goes up and in. Jeanette Hajdukovic with the power forward hook. And good evening and welcome to Hudson High School. Rick Olson here, along with Ethan Bartles, and we're getting ready to open up the 2021-2022 basketball season here from Hudson. Vikings are going to have their hands full tonight. Okay, go ahead, Ethan. Finish that off.
Sorry, guys. So, again, for Colfax girls, guard Jillian Bowe. Forward,
that's
Madison Bowie. I'm sorry, Jillian Bowie. Madison Barstead, forward, small forward. Emily Bertram Schofield, forward. Jasmine Best at guard, and McKenna Shipman at forward. That's your starting five for the Colfax girls. And for the Hudson girls, number 3, Grace Lewis, the junior guard at 5'9". Kira Young, a senior guard /forward at 5'11". Olivia Grothaus, she gets the start, the sophomore at 5'11". And Grace Hansen, 5'8" junior. And Katie Grismore gets a 5'6" junior guard gets the start for Hudson girls, and that rounds up what is a deep and talented Hudson girls basketball team that you mentioned, Rick, was a runner-up in the Division I state tournament a year ago.
Okay, and we've got a couple minutes to go before things get started here. So we're going to take a brief timeout, and then we'll be back with a look at today's game. You're tuned to Viking Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your animals feeling a little under the weather? Give the nice folks at Colfax Animal Hospital a call. Bruce Buckley is just what the doctor ordered. In fact, he is the doctor, and he's ready to help. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Give them a call at 715-962-3380.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
We're back at Hudson High School. Rick Olson along with Ethan Bartles. Just before this game, the two JV squads were battling with each other, and that turned out to be quite the nail-biter before it was all said and done, with the Hudson Raiders taking a 36-33 win over the Vikings. Yeah, we're getting just about ready for national anthems and starting lineups coming from the scores table, and of course we'll bring that to you. And if you're getting some buffering, I apologize for that. I don't know what's all of a sudden causing that. I do believe we have enough of a signal here. I want to thank Ethan for being here today. He's filling in for Dan, who's a little bit under the weather.
Yeah, pleasure to be here, Rick. I'm excited to get the season going. As of course, I'll be play-by-play for the boys, so good to get a little basketball under my belt before they get on a roll.
And with that, we're going to have the playing of our national anthem.
Participate in a safe and healthy environment. Admission to an interscholastic event is a privilege, and with that privilege comes responsibility. Responsibility to conduct oneself in a respectful manner. We ask everyone in attendance to be a positive leader, both on the court and in the stands, because we all play a crucial role in supporting your team and representing your community throughout this event. Lastly, please be reminded that state law prohibits the use of alcohol and tobacco products in an area used by public schools. Would you all please rise and honor America by removing your hats for the national anthem. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, Colfax Viking. Number 12, senior Jillian Boat. Number 22, senior Madison Arstead. Number 24, senior Emily Bertram Schofield. Number 32, senior Jasmine Best. And number 42, sophomore Mikella Schmidt. The head coach of the Vikings is Courtney Sawyer. And now to the Hudson Raiders.
Getting ready to get things rolling. And it appears as though now we finally have our audio back. Vikings drive into the lane. As Barstead tries to go up, ball gets stripped away by Hansen. And the Raiders have it out at the top of the key. Taking it around on the left side is Hansen. Feeds it down into the corner to Grothaus. It goes back out high and swings it over to the left side. That's Grismore to Kira Young, over to Lewis, to Hansen, drives into the lane, does not get the shot up, goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Vikings. So Hansen inbound it for the Raiders. Gets it into Grismore, out high to Young. Over on to the left side to Grothaus. Back down into the corner to Young. Takes it out high on the right. They swing it around to the left side, out to the top of the key to Lewis. Over to Grismore, to the top of the key, then over to the right side to Hansen. She drives into the lane, and she turned the ball over. A little hesitation in there, and turned the ball over. Hudson 2, Vikings nothing. Vikings bring the ball down the floor. Bovee with it, gets it out high to Shipman. Puts up the 2 and hit it. Ties the game at 2. McKenna Shipman from a shot just outside the free throw line. Hansen feeds it over to the left side, back out high to Grotehouse. Driving down toward the lane is Young on the left side, and we're going to get a blocking foul, I believe.
It's Emily Burkham-Schofield with her first foul.
Puts Hudson on top, 5-2. Best bringing it across the floor, but gets run off the ball. We're going to get a foul called. A reach in on Hudson.
30.
And that foul's going to be on Katie Grismore. Shipman to inbound it, but overthrew Best on the inbound pass. So the Hudson Raiders will have it. Leading 5-2. Down the floor come the Raiders. They feed it over onto the left side. Down low, that's Grotehouse. They get it out high, three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be Viking ball.
A lot of early opportunities for Grace Lewis behind the arc, so the Vikings defense have to make sure to keep a close eye on her.
Vikings get it across the timeline. Bovee on the dribble. Takes it into the lane. All the way in, lays it up off the rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Lewis. She's under some pressure in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline. Feeds it over to Grismore. Grismore down on the floor. Ball being wrestled for. Jump ball. Jasmine Best getting her hands in there. So inbounding it is Hansen. Feeding it out high to Young. Young feeds it, takes it to the hole and puts it in. 7-2, Hudson on top. Vikings bring the ball down. Barstead with it through the center circle. She's between the circles, looking for somewhere to go. Feeds it down to Bertrand Schofield into the lane. Kicks it out to Bovee, puts up the 3, no good. Rebound taken down by Hudson. Picked up by Best, and she got fouled.
Katie Grismore, looks like. Yep.
And once again, we have some audio issues. Vikings inbound the ball. And we have a travel being called.
2 quick fouls for Hudson's Katie Grismore has led to Ella Carstensen, sophomore guard, come on the floor now.
And down the floor come the Hudson Raiders. Grotehouse with it. Feeds it over to the left side. That's Lewis. Now back over to the right side to Grotehouse. Ball gets knocked away, out of bounds, Vikings ball. Arstead inbounds it to Best. Wants to cross the timeline to the free throw line. Pulls up there. Feeds it down into the corner. That's Molly Hydorn. Now Ainsley Olsen with it. Feeding it over on the right side to Hydorn. Hydorn drives down to the baseline. Out to Barstead. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound. Tapped away by the Raiders, and down the floor they come. Long three goes up, no good. That was an attempt by Grace Lewis. And down the floor come the Vikings. Best with it. Gets it knocked away. Taking it down the floor is Groothouse. She goes up and does not get the shot because she got fouled by Jasmine Best. So that'll send Groothouse to the line. And the shot is good.
One thing I noticed, Rick, from watching both the JV game and the start of this game is Hudson really likes to push the court and push the attack, and if they get a rebound, they like to push it up quick. So, again, Colfax girls have to make sure they get back quick on D.
Second shot is good. So she's 2 for 2. Makes the score Raiders 9, Vikings 2. Bovey with it. Feeds it over on the right side to Hydorn. Hydorn over to Olsen on the right side. High, wide, and right. To the top of the key. Drives into the lane. Tries to put it up. And she draws the foul. I believe it's on Lewis. And it is. And it was before she put the shot up. So it'll be Vikings ball out of bounds.
It's 5'11" freshman.
Ball gets spread out and taken away by the Raiders. Down the floor, up goes the shot, no good. Olsen off with the rebound. Karstensen had that breakaway. Olsen got the rebound and then got fouled by Karstensen. And we have a timeout on the floor with 12:21 to go in the first half. It's the Raiders 9, Vikings 2. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Bridges, located in Colfax, Wisconsin, has been manufacturing prefabricated steel truss bridges since 1989. With hundreds of bridges supplied nationwide, we suspect you've crossed our path. It may have been on a pedestrian or bicycle bridge, or how about a snowmobile, ATV, or golf course bridge? Anderson Bridges is likely to have manufactured it. Founded in 1989, Anderson Bridges has been a family-owned company since its beginning and are proud to support the Colfax Vikings.
Back here at Hudson High School, Vikings Okay. Maybe that will solve our problems. I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
As Madison Barstead just picked up her first foul.
And at the line is Kira Young. Shot is good. Putting Hudson on top, 10-2. Down the floor is Barstead. Feeds it down to Shipman. Top of the key. Drives down the right side of the lane. Puts it up, no good. She overlaid it. And Hudson comes down with a rebound. Down into the right corner to Hanson. She takes it out between the circles. Feeds it off to the right side. This is Lewis. Lewis kicks it over to Jakob. Now it's over on the left side, feeding it over to Hanson.
Lewis.
Lewis, I'm sorry, yes.
That's what I'm here for, Rick.
12-2, to Shipman. Ball gets knocked away. Not a bounce. And that's not Hajdukovic either. That's Aaliyah Reen. And the Hudson Raiders come down the floor. They get it over to Grothaus. Feeds it down underneath. That's Petty putting the shot up and making it good. Vikings have it now, trailing by. That'll be 16 fouls on Hudson. So the next one will put the Vikings at the line. Long pass to Shipman on the right side. She works in toward the lane, tries to put a shot up, it's blocked. It's her own ball. Feeds it out to Bertram Scott. The ball got tipped on the pass, but they're saying no, out of bounds off the Vikings. And so the Raiders have it.
One of those ones where if we had instant replay, you would go to it.
I think maybe so. So the Hudson Raiders with it. Out between the circles is Hanson. She drives the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound. Taken down by Bertram Schofield. Takes it down the right side. Spins, drives the lane, puts it up in. Finally, Emily Bertram Schofield takes the cover off the rim. And a turnover goes to the Vikings. Maya Johnson stepped in bounds before releasing the ball. And the Vikings get the ball back. Feed it over to the right side now, between the circles to Barstead. Into the lane to Shipman, and she lost the handle. It'll be Raider ball. Raiders have it, bring it down the floor, ball gets fought for, and out of bounds off of Jasmine Best.
Good pressure D there to make the ball dribbler work for it.
So they get the ball into Hanson. He takes it up between the circles. We have a whistle, and we're going to get a foul called on Hudson. And I believe it's on Grismore.
Yeah, her third.
.9:03 to go in the first half. Vikings down by 10. Best with it. Tries to get it across the floor and has to chase it down herself because the pass is a little short. She's at the top of the key. Feeds it over to the left side to Bobby. Bobby drives into the lane, puts it up off the bottom of the rim, or off the bottom of the backboard. And down the floor come the Hudson Raiders off a foot.
Jasmine Best. Her second.
Wasn't much Best could do on that. She was going for the ball. She ends up on the floor, and the other girl trips over. So the Raiders with it. Hanson to inbound it. Feeds it down into the left corner. Back out high to Hanson. Into the lane. Turnaround. Grotehouse puts it in. Olivia Grotehouse. 16-4. Hudson on top. Bovey with it at the top of the key. Feeds it over to Barstead. Puts up the three-pointer. Rolls around on the rim and off. And they're going to say that Hudson touched it as it was going out of bounds. She did not save it. So Jillian Bovey inbounded for the Vikings. Feeds it over. And we have a whistle and a collision. And they're going to call the foul on Jillian Bovey. So the Raiders come down the floor. Hanson with it on the dribble. She gets it over to Young. Cross-court pass into the lane. Putting up the shot is Grismore. It's no good. Rebound. Vikings have it. Barstead coming away with it. Taking it down into the corner. And then putting up the shot is no good. That was Ainsley Olsen with the shot. Coming down the floor, and we're going to get an offensive foul being called on Hanson.
Nice job by Molly Heidorn to take the charge on that play.
Molly Heidorn, with that little body of hers, got it in the way, and
I do apologize.
Paid the price, but drew the foul.
Price of playing basketball.
Into the lane, trying to go up with it. Ball gets knocked away. Bertram Schofield puts up a shot, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. It's kind of out of our view, but they're saying it's Viking ball. Emily Bertram Schofield the inbound. Gets it out high to Heidorn. She takes it down the right side. Feeds it. Olsen puts it up, no good. Partially blocked. And here come the Raiders down the floor. They get it back out high, moving the ball quickly. Young with it. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings. Heidorn down the floor. Feeding it over to Barstead. Barstead takes it into the lane, turns around, no good, nothing but air that time. And the ball goes out of bounds. 6:26 to go in the first half. Down the floor come the Raiders. That was Johnson on the dribble, feeds it over to Petty on the left. Cross-court pass over to Young. Out high to Johnson. She gets it over to Jakob. Jakob feeds it over to Young. To Johnson. Now it's over to Lewis. Puts a shot up and in. 18-4. Hudson with the lead.
Lewis with 9 of those 18 already for Hudson in the first half.
Barstead looking for somewhere to go. Hydorn to Bertram Schofield. Feeds it underneath to Shipman. And she drew the foul going up. So Shipman will go to the line.
Number 42, Petty fouling number 42, McKenna Shipman.
That's the 9th foul. Shipman's first shot is good. Into the lineup for the Vikings, Jeanette Hajdukovic. Shipman's second shot on its way. It's also good. 18-6, 12-point difference. Down the floor comes Lewis. Gets it out high to Young. Over to Lewis, and then from the side, it's Jakob shot. 21-3. Three-pointer for Jakob. And they're going to call a jump ball.
Here so.
I'm curious about that because it sure didn't look like the ball was tied up.
Didn't look like it to me either, but that's the third jump ball call already in this first half.
We have a timeout on the floor. Hudson 21, Vikings 6. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Your car has lost that showroom appeal? Give Kyle's Buff and Shine a call. Kyle makes it easy to bring that shine back. Not to mention, he comes to you. Kyle does exteriors, interiors, and even has an ultimate detailing package. When Kyle is done, your car will look nearly showroom new. Oh, by the way, Kyle also details anything that flies, drives, or floats. Call 715-556-2062 to book your next detail with Kyle's Buff and Shine.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School Girls Basketball. Our next game will be on Friday, November 19th when the Vikings host the Regis Ramblers. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking Pregame at 6:55. That's live Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Friday, November 19th.
And we're back here at Hudson. Raiders have the ball. They come out between the circles, feeding it over to the left side. Now down low. That's Young. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound taken down by Hajdukovic. And down the floor comes Hydorn. Feeding it over to Olsen. Drives the baseline. Puts the shot up, no good. Gets her own rebound. Takes it out, recycles the ball. Feeds it out to Hydorn. Looks for Hajdukovic. Feeds it back to Shipman, who lays it up and in. Some nice movement on the offense that time by the Vikings. Raiders have the ball. They kind of lose the handle, but picking it back up is Young. To Jakob. Over to Johnson. Johnson feeds it into the lane, but the Vikings come away with it. Bertram Schofield quickly down the floor, drives it to the baseline, tries to get it out to Hydorn. Knocked out of bounds by the Raiders, so it'll be Vikings ball.
Look, for a second, thought I was off of Colfax.
Inbound pass to Hydorn. She's on the right side, leaves it over to Olsen. Olsen to Bertram Schofield in the corner, puts up the three, no good. Rebound taken down by Shipman. She's got it, she gets it back out to Bertram Schofield. Drives the lane, lays it up and in. Emily Bertram Schofield with the two-pointer. 21-10, Hudson on top. Roadhouse drives into the lane, can't get it to go, but chases down her own rebound. Gets it out to Lewis, and then they feed it over to the left side. That's Young, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound taken down by the Vikings. And the ball gets knocked away out of bounds from Hydorn.
First foul from Aya Johnson.
They did call a foul on her. I thought they just called the ball getting knocked away, but they called the foul on Johnson. So Hightower goes to the line for 2. Her shot is on the way, rattles around and in. Second shot is up, off the back of the iron, no good. Vikings trail by 10 as the Raiders come down the floor. Lewis with it on the right side, takes it out to the top of the key. Feeds it over to Karstensen. Karstensen out between the circles, then takes it down the right side. Tries to feed it into the lane, ball gets tipped out to Young. Young puts the shot up and in. Jerry Young with the shot. 23-11. Hudson on top. Olsen with it on the right side. Turns into the lane, pulls up. Just off the front of the iron, no good. And the Raiders come down with it. Lewis with it, drives the right side, does not get it to fall. Ball gets picked up by the Vikings. Bertram Schofield down across the timeline. Takes it down the right side, drives the baseline, tries to feed it back out. Ball gets tipped. And they're going to say it was Hudson ball.
Some good hustle afterwards to try to save it, but ultimately going Hudson's way.
Jillian Bovey back into the lineup for the Vikings, giving Emily Bertram Schofield a bit of a breather. Hudson has the ball on the left side, feeds it back over to the right side, and Lewis with the three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken down by Olsen, and down the floor. Long shot, no good. That was by Bovey, and down the floor come the Raiders.
Nice block from McKenna Shipman there. Being a presence underneath.
Olsen picked up the rebound and gets it over to Bovey. We have a whistle and a foul. And that's going to be on Karstensen. That'll send Bovey to the line. Raiders have it. That's Jakob. Out high. Feeding it over to Johnson. To Lewis. Gets it over to Grotehouse. Tries to drive the lane, and she traveled with it. 23-13. 56 seconds remaining in the first half. Vikings come down the floor. Coming up at halftime, we have a Viking profile coming up for you. Turnaround, putting it up, no good. Bovey with the attempt, and down the floor come the Raiders. We also have the Colfax High School report. Jakob with it. Feeds it over to Young. Young puts the shot up and it goes in. 25-13. 20 seconds remaining. Bovey with it, across the timeline. Takes it over to the right side. Puts the shot up, no good. And they're gonna say she traveled before she put it up anyway. 3 seconds to go. Shot goes up. No good. So we've reached halftime. Hudson Raiders 25, Colfax Vikings 13. And coming up in just a minute, we'll have Viking halftime. And you are tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcast Network and NLWN-TV.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Time now for Viking halftime with this week's edition of Viking Profile and the Colfax High School Report. That's all coming up following this brief timeout.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Time now for Viking Profile, where we take a closer look at one of the Colfax Viking players. And now, Viking Profile.
Today on Viking Profile, we're going to get to know Emily Bertram Schofield. And she is a senior here at Colfax High School. And Emily, we know that you play basketball, but are you involved in any other activities here at school?
I do karate outside of school, and I'm also involved in a bunch of other clubs.
Now, when did you start playing basketball, and what has your experience been like?
I started playing basketball in 3rd grade, and honestly, it's just been super fun. I've been able to connect with people that I wouldn't have otherwise been able to connect with, and it's kind of just giving me an outlet to express myself.
So what's the most important thing you've learned from playing basketball?
Team is everything. Team is number one. Can't do anything without your team.
So when you're not playing basketball or you're not here at school, what are some other things that keep you interested or keep you occupied?
I love the outdoors, like to go hiking, kayaking, all that fun stuff.
Okay, now I got a few rapid fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Ice cream.
Any particular flavor?
Chocolate or mint chip?
Okay, all right. Your favorite color and why?
Yellow, because it reminds me of the sunrise, and the sunrise means a new day, which you get to start again.
All right. Now, if you could have a superpower, play.
I'm a shooting guard and number 24.
Okay. We want to thank Emily Bertram Schofield for joining us today on Viking Profile. More Viking halftime coming up right after this.
You've been listening to Viking Profile. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
Time now for the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School.
Colfax Vikings athletics is getting back into swing following the fall sports season. Wrapping up the fall season was the Colfax Viking Girls Cross Country team competing at the WIAA State Cross Country Championships in Wisconsin Rapids on October 30th. The girls advanced to the state meet by winning the sectional meet in Boyceville on the 23rd. At the state championships, the Vikings placed a respectable 13th place against the best runners in the state. Leading the way for the Vikings was junior Molly Hydorn, who placed 19th overall with a time of 20 minutes, 34.6 seconds. Also scoring for the Vikings were Ainsley Olson, who placed 73rd with a time of 21 minutes, 55 seconds.
Kason Goodell was 93rd with a time of 22 minutes, 40.4 seconds. Jasmine Best placing 118th with a time of 23 minutes, 31.7 seconds. And JC Bovey, who was 144th with a time of 25 minutes, 56.7 seconds. Also running and finishing for the Vikings was Jenna Goodell with a time of 28 minutes, 53.8 seconds. Congratulations to the Vikings cross-country runners who proudly represented Colfax High School at the state meet and proved that they are among the best runners in the state of Wisconsin. The girls Viking basketball team begins their 2021-2022 season with 2 games this week. On Tuesday, they travel to Hudson to take on the Hudson Raiders, and on Friday, they will host the Regis Ramblers. Both of those games will be carried on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV with Viking Pregame at 6:55 p.m. The Viking boys began practice on Monday and are scheduled to host the Amory Warriors on Tuesday, November 30th. We will also carry that game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV with Viking Pregame at 6:55 p.m. The Colfax Bloomer wrestling team began practice on Monday. Their first dual meet is scheduled for Tuesday, December 9th at Bloomer High School against the Regis Altoona team. Action gets underway at 7 p.m. Coming up next week, the Viking Girls Basketball team will host the Bloomer Blackhawks on Monday, November 22nd. We'll carry that game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV with Viking Pregame at 6:55 p.m. In other school news, there will be no school from Tuesday the 23rd through Friday the 26th for the Thanksgiving holiday break. And that's what's happening for the week of November 14th through the 20th at Colfax High School.
You've been tuned to the Colfax High School Report with an update about what's happening at Colfax High School. Stay tuned. Coming up next is more Viking halftime and then second half action.
My Shiro always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
Hello there, Vincent the Turkey here. And you know that Thanksgiving is a time for gathering together. If I get to Thanksgiving without being someone's main course, I would like to invite you and yours to gather with me for the Northern Light Webcasting Network's Thanksgiving Gathering. They have gathered some of the best Thanksgiving-themed old-time radio programs just to share with you. That's a Thanksgiving gathering on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service in NLWN-TV. Thanksgiving night starting at 7 p.m.
You've been tuned to Viking Halftime. Stay tuned. Coming up is second half action of today's Viking game on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, yeah! You aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Well, after all that, we get some audio back. And Ethan, if you can kind of fill us in on what's been going on as I've been digging in this computer trying to get things working.
Absolutely. We got 6 points already for Hudson here, a 6-2 run, or 6-2 run for Colfax to open up the second half. Madison Barstead, Emily Bertram Schofield, and McKenna Shipman have each put one home as they are come out of the break with a little bit of more.
Okay, well now we have the audio, but we don't have the video. Yeah, we're working on it.
Got a Raiders timeout.
And while I do that, I'll tell you what, you call the play-by-play.
Absolutely. Raiders timeout after the good run for the Vikings to start an 8-2 run to open up the second half. As the ball's tossed in to Hansen, who brings it up court. Gives it to Lewis, who brings it up and under for the layup. She's got 11, her first bucket of the second half. It's now coming up court by Jasmine Best for the Vikings. Over to Bertram Smith Schofield, who drives it in herself. Just off the iron and out. Lewis brings it back up the court for Hudson. All the way up front to Hansen, who drives down baseline. Gives off to Hutchinson, and the ball is going the other way.
No, and when I found it, it's still coming. I'm getting a
Ball brought into Jasmine Best. She'll bring it up the court. 29-21. Vikings have brought it within 8 here in Hudson in the second half. They're off to an 8-4 run to open up the second half. Bertram Schofield with the pass out to Best, who takes the 3 just off the rim and out. Bringing it back up court is Hudson. Moving up fast is Hansen up to Lewis, who can't keep full control of it. And we got some contact. And ball's out of bounds. Looks like we're going to have a foul
Chris
on Colfax, number 12.
Nope, no, I lost it.
That's going to be Jillian Bovey, her second foul from the baseline. Hansen's going to pass it in. Carstensen has it from the wing. Dribbling up near the top of the key. Now passes to Kira Young. Young gives it up to Grouthouse, who loses possession. It goes out of bounds. Hudson will retain possession. We appreciate you guys bearing with us as Chris and Rick try to make the broadcast get going. Getting my play-by-play practice in before the boys next Tuesday night, or Tuesday the 30th, I'm sorry, November 30th, as they'll host the Amory Warriors. Ball brought in to number 5, Kira Young. Shot goes up and out by Petty, and rebound goes to Colfax. Bringing it up the court is number 32, Jasmine Best. She gets it up to Barstad, whose shot is up and in. Madison Barstad, her second bucket of the second half. And it's a 6-point Vikings deficit now here in Hudson.
Okay. I think we've got things figured out.
Maybe. Taking it down the lane that time.
Ella Carson draws the foul. First foul of the night for Ainsley Olsen.
Carsonson's shot is up and good. 30-23. And 31-23.
Turnover by the Vikings. Carsonson bringing it up the court and out of bounds off Colfax. She tried to save it to Jasmine Best, but she ended up hitting it off her own teammate in Molly Hydorn as Hudson retains possession here in an 8-point game. Just under 13 left to go in our season opener for Colfax Girls Basketball. Inbound to Young. Give it up. And rebounded now, going the other way to Colfax after the turnover by Petty. As it's Best who brings it up, she finds it inside, and again it's going the other way to Hudson. And Rick, whenever you're ready, I'll give it right back to you.
Hey, you were doing a great job. I was kind of enjoying the break here.
All right.
Carsonson taking it in, and that ball gets rejected. Raiders get it. That's Petty. Over to Lewis. Down to Young in the left corner. Back out high to Carsonson. Over to Lewis. Puts it up no good. Ball gets chased down that time by Patty, but her foot was out of bounds. And so the Vikings will have it. Shipman is going to inbound it to Bovey. Vikings trail by 8. Shipman across the timeline, takes it down the right side. Gives it out to Hajdukovic. To Shipman, drives into the lane, puts it up and in.
Shipman quickly matching her first half total. She's already got 6 here in the second to bring her to 12 for the game.
Raiders have it out high to Petty. Over to Carsonson, top of the key. Gives it over to Lewis on the right side. Takes it down to the baseline. Out to Petty on the left. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound taken down by Shipman. Quickly down the left side. Leads it off to Olsen. Drives the baseline. Tries the underhanded layup, no good. Rebound, fought for on the floor. Ooh. And the Raiders come away with it. Davis with it. She gives it over to Hanson. They get it out high. The shot is up and no good. Shot by Grothaus. And the Vikings have it. Bovey with it. Between the circles. Over to the right side to Hydorn. Hydorn drives into the lane, gets it back out to Bovey. Feeds it over to Shipman, tries the shot, no good. Rebound taken away by Hudson. Down the floor come the Raiders. Grothaus over to Petty. Ball gets tipped away, and coming up with it is Lewis. To Carsonson, puts up the shot, no good, and the shot goes up and in by Grothaus, and a foul on Olsen, I believe.
I don't know if it's Hajdukovic or if it's Olsen.
That'll be her second. Harstead, Bertram Schofield, and Best into the lineup for the Vikings.
Quick reader for them.
Grothaus free throw is no good. Rebound gets tapped around, taken away by the Raiders. Hanson with it, feeds it into the lane to Petty, and she puts it up and in. 35-25, Hudson on top. Taking it into the lane, and it goes in. Jasmine Best taking it through the traffic gets the shot, draws the harm. Looking to make 3 the hard way. Her shot is up and good.
What a way for Jasmine Best to break into the scoring column with a nice hard-earned and one.
35-28. Hudson on top. Petty with it between the circles. Feeds it over to the right side of the grow house. This is Hanson. Feeds it underneath to Lewis and lays it up and in. 37-28. West feeds it underneath to Bovey, who puts it up and in.
Shipman.
Check that. That was Shipman, yes. 37-30, 9:31 to go. Raiders feed it over to the right side to Lewis. Now she kicks it out on the left. 3-pointers up and in. That was Jakob with the 3-pointer. Down the floor comes Best. Feeds it to Shipman at the free throw line.
And another one.
McKenna Shipman with the layup. And she's going to go to the line for the +1. 40-32.
Vikings not holding back from trying to get to the paint, as in the first half we didn't see it as much, but now McKenna Shipman has really been a presence down there, already reaching for double digits here in the second half.
And she hit the free throw. Vikings trail by 7. Raiders have the ball. They feed it over to the left side to Young. To Yak. Shot goes up. Young shot. No good. And out of bounds off the Raiders. Vikings bring it down the floor. Best on the dribble. Best with a long 3 off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Johnson. She brings it down across the timeline. Feeds it over to Young. On the left side, now over to the right side to Jakob. Hits up the 3 and hit it. Jordan Jakob.
Third 3 of the night already for Jakob.
And we have a travel being called on Shipman. 43-33. Hudson leading the Raiders. Well, Hudson's leading the Vikings, I should say. Between the circles with it, the Raiders have it. Now over to the right side. And up to the top of the key to Young. Hanson feeds it over to Young. Over to Johnson. She tries to get a pass, gets knocked away by the Vikings, but the Raiders come up with it. Now Young has it on the right side. Back out high to Hanson. And we have a timeout call. Timeout on the floor, 7:40 to go. Hudson 43. Vikings 33. You're tuned to Viking basketball in the Northern Light Webcast Network and NLWN-TV.
Are your pooch's proportions putting on pounds? Or is your kitty's constitution constantly complaining? Well, stop by and see the friendly folks at the Colfax Animal Hospital. Dr. Bruce Buckley and his staff will be happy to help you get your family friend back on the road to healthy living. That's the Colfax Animal Hospital. Call them at 715-962-3380.
Back here at Hudson High School, Rick Olson along with Ethan Bartles, Chris Olson on the camera. Hudson leading the Vikings 43-33. Raiders have the ball. Johnson with it. Gets it out high to Growhouse. Feeds it into Young. Lays it up and in. And down the floor come the Vikings. Best with it. Takes it over to the right side. Gives it to Bovey. Into the lane. Turn around by Shipman. It's up and off the iron. No good. Hudson with it. Leading it off to the left side. Jacob down in the corner. Nice to feed it out. High ball goes out of bounds off the Raider, or off the Vikings. Inbound pass. That was to Grismore, and as she tried to go up with it, we get a foul call on Jillian Bovey.
Her third.
They're going to say it was before she went up with the shot. Pass goes in to Hanson. Check that was Crowhouse. Vikings come away with the rebound. Shipman on the left side. They feed it to Shipman underneath. Shot is no good. Can't control the rebound. Raiders come away with it. Down the floor comes Lewis. They feed it off to Johnson. Johnson shot off the iron, no good. That one danced on the top of the iron there for a minute, then fell off into Viking hands. Best with it on the left side. Richard Schofield now taking it around to the right. Turn around in the lane, no good. Rebound taken down by Shipman. Turn around jumpers, no good. Down the floor come the Raiders. And the shot is good.
Grace Lewis.
Lewis with the shot. And we have a timeout on the floor. 47-33. Raiders leading the Vikings. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When it comes to your finances, security is just so important. Dairy State Bank's online banking and mobile app offers dozens of new and enhanced real-time alerts. Whether an ATM withdrawal is made or a login to your account failed, you'll instantly know. So now, the technology that makes it easier to manage your money is also making it safer. Visit dairystatebank.com or call to learn more. Dairy State Bank. Banking on relationships. Member FDIC.
Dairy State Bank. Simplify your life. Pleasant Valley Properties provides affordable housing and homes in communities in Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. They have staff available to help you locate the home that best meets your needs and desires, as well as service staff that maintains the properties. Contact Pleasant Valley Properties at 715-226-6200. Call today and let them help you get into the home of your dreams. That's Pleasant Valley Properties, 301 Bremer Avenue in Colfax.
Back here at Hudson High School, Rick Olson along with Ethan Bartles. Chris Olson on the camera. Vikings have dug a hole. They've got a little work to do. Down the floor come the Vikings. Bertram Schofield on the dribble. Jumper from the lane, off the back of the iron, no good. Raiders with the rebound. Long feed down the floor to Kirstensen, and she lays it in.
Katie Grismore with her first basket of the night.
Oh, check that. Okay.
Absolutely.
You can correct me anytime.
I'm here for you, Rick. Stepping in for the great Dan Peschow, who I know is watching at home, expecting a shutout. It's a nice basket by Shipman.
49-35. Hudson on top. They got it out between the circles with Lewis. Feeds it over to the left side to Hanson. Back out to the free throw line from Lewis, and the shot is off the front of the iron, but chased down by Hudson. So one thing Hudson's doing tonight is just controlling all the loose guards and rebounds.
They absolutely have.
Getting it into the lane, ball gets knocked away. Vikings pick it up. Barstead.
It's not that Colfax hasn't been hustling for those loose balls. It's just Hudson has a little bit more length than Colfax, which gives them an advantage when reaching out for those.
Bertram Schofield went up for the shot, and we get a foul. And the foul is on Grothaus.
First one of the night for Grothaus.
Pass goes into Hajdukovic, puts the shot up, and it's in. Jeanette Hajdukovic. Down the floor come the Hudson Raiders. High to Hansen. Over to Grismore on the left side. Back out to Lewis, and the shot is no good. Shipman chases it down. Over to Best. Feeds it over to Bovey. Bovey at the top of the key. Takes it over to the left side. Shipman drives into the lane, puts it up. It's no good, but she got fouled on the way up. So McKenna Shipman goes to the line.
Second foul on Grotehouse.
First shot is good. (49-38), 3:56 remaining in this one.
Shipman buries the second. Bring him within 10 here. Under 4 left to go in Hudson. Opening night for the Colfax Vikings basketball.
Hudson has it on the right side, feeds it back over to the left to Grismore. Back out high now to Hansen. Hansen drives into the lane. Feeds it out to Lewis on the left. Cross-court pass over to Petty. Back over to Lewis, but she can't control it. Out of bounds it goes, and it'll be Viking ball.
Good defense by Jeanette Hajdukovic to force the throwaway there. Had good hands and face, as they always taught us.
Arstead back into the lineup for the Vikings. Best with it. Between the circles. Ball gets knocked away and out of bounds. It'll be Vikings ball. Getting a hand in there was Katie Grismore for the Raiders to knock it away, but it went out of bounds, and Vikings have it. Best to bring it across the timeline. Between the circles. Takes it down the right side, feeds it into the lane to Hajdukovic. Hook shot is up, no good. Rebound by the Raiders. Down the floor they come. And we get a whistle and a foul on Barstead. That's going to send Hansen to the line for 2. Barstead's second foul. Hansen's shot is up, it rolls around and off. (49-39), Vikings trail by 10. Hansen at the line for the Raiders. Shot goes up, bounces off the rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Petty, turn around, puts it back up and in. Down the floor come the Vikings, feeding it over to the right side to Barstead. Barstead drives down the right side and puts it up and nails that one. 51-41. 2:31 to go. Ball's on the right side. They feed it into the lane. Trying to go up with it is Grotehouse. She got fouled trying to go up by Shipman, I believe.
Jeanette Hajdukovic.
Oh, it was Hajdukovic that made it. Shot is up, no good. Into the lineup is Olsen for the Vikings. And Karstensen for the Raiders. Second shot on the way, it's good. And we have a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 2:23 to go, 52-41 in favor of the Hudson Raiders, and you're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV are excited to be able to bring you Colfax High School boys basketball.
This is what we came here for!
We'll tip off the 2021-2022 season on Tuesday, November 30th when the Vikings host the Amory Warriors. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking pregame at 6:50. That's like Colfax Viking boys basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Back here at Hudson High School. Vikings inbound the ball. Jasmine Best bringing it up the floor. Through the center circle. It's to Barstead between the circles. Over to Best from the left side. Long three, no good. Rebound chased down by Lewis. Lewis brings it down the floor. Holds up between the circles. Feeds it over to the right side to Grismore. Now it's back over on the left to Broadhouse. Feeding it into the lane to Grismore. Shot is blocked. And we're going to get a foul called.
Ella Carsonson.
On Carsonson. That must be the sixth on the Raiders.
That is her sixth. Fourth on Carsonson. Her and Grismore each with 4 pair. So.
Barstead with it on the left side. From near the top of the key, three-pointer a little bit short. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Raider ball. Vikings with full court pressure. Raiders don't have any trouble breaking it. Lewis between the circles. Feeds it over to Young. Back to Lewis. Down to Young in the left or right corner. Into the lane. Carstensen lays it up and in. 54-41. Vikings have the ball. Best between the circles. Feeds it into the lane to Shipman. Puts it up. It goes in. Shipman's going to go to the line for the +1. It's either the second or third time she's done that. Foul is on Petty, so third. Shipman's shot is off the iron, no good. Rebound brought down the floor by Hudson. And we get a travel call on Carstensen. She tried to put on the brakes, but that rear foot just didn't quite want to stop. So Best across the timeline, under a minute to go. Under 40 seconds. Shipman feeds it back out to Bovey. Over to Barstead. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball got out of bounds. And it'll be Hudson ball with 29 seconds remaining. They get the ball inbounded to Johnson. Gets it down on the left side. Back out. High to Jakob. Over to Petty. 16 seconds to Johnson. Petty to Hanson. And there's the final buzzer. So the final score on this one. Hudson 54 and the Vikings 43. We'll be back with a quick wrap right after this timeout. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV are excited to be.
When you've checked that hayfield and find it's time to harvest, give a call to Aaron's Custom Baling. Aaron will provide you with 4x5 net-wrapped round bales. He can even give your bales that spruced up look with select custom netting if you'd like. Serving Western Wisconsin, that's Aaron's Custom Baling. Call 715-202-0118.
Join us at the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV for exciting Colfax High School Girls Basketball. Our next game will be on Friday, November 19th when the Vikings host the Regis Ramblers. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with Viking Pregame at 6:55. That's live Colfax Viking Girls Basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV on Friday, November 19th.
Okay, we're back here at Hudson High School where the Vikings just took the season opener on the chin by a score of 54-43. And Ethan, to me, it looked like rebounding. That was the key to this game.
Absolutely. Like I said, Hudson was chasing down loose balls, and Colfax, we had the energy and had the hustle, but Hudson with a little bit more length and height, they were able to get to him earlier. But I don't think come Dunsink Croy conference play time, that rebounding should be too much of an issue for these girls.
And they will get that figured out. They had the same kind of an issue last year at the beginning of the season, and it didn't take them too long to figure out what they needed to do to be able to control the board, and that's something they're just going to have to do if they want to make this another successful season.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ethan, we're going to have Viking postgame coming up in just a minute. And why don't we head off to do that? We'll have Coach Serrar up here, and we'll get a final wrap during Viking postgame. That's all coming up right after this timeout. Final score again, Hudson Raiders 54, Vikings 43. You're tuned to Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for Colfax Viking Girls Basketball. This has been a presentation of the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Viking Postgame, where we'll take a look back at today's Viking game.
Time now for Viking Postgame, with a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. And now, Viking Postgame.
And we're back here at Hudson High School. Rick Olson along with Ethan Bartles. And Vikings take one on the chin tonight by a score of 54-43 at the hands of the Hudson Raiders. We knew this was going to be a tough one for the Vikings tonight, and it proved to be true. Tell you what, while we're waiting for Coach Serrar, why don't you give us a rundown on the scoring, Ethan?
Absolutely. The Vikings were led tonight offensively by one girl and one girl only, and that was McKenna Shipman. She took the second half under her wing as she poured in 17 from both the free throw line and in the paint. She was a real menace on the boards. We also had 6 apiece from Madison Barstead and Emily Bertram Schofield. three-pointer from Jasmine Best. And then Jeanette Hadugovic, Molly Heidorn, and Jillian Bovey also got in on the scoring mix tonight. But it was McKenna Shipman's show for the Vikings. And leading the way for Hudson, Grace Lewis had a field day. She had a great night, 9 points in the first half. And Jordan Yakub had 3 threes for Hudson, as those two led the way tonight. As you also mentioned, Kira Young, Grace Lewis and Kira Young were 2 players that he said would make an impact in this game for Hudson, and they led the way offensively.
And as we were saying, the key to this game, even more so than the scoring, was the rebounding, because a lot of that rebounding was a simple fact that Hudson, or a lot of that scoring was a simple fact that Hudson was able to control the boards and get a lot of additional opportunities, and that puts the Vikings in a bit of a hole. They're going to have to get that problem fixed.
And it got 3 days to do it, as they host the Ramblers of Regis on Friday night.
And we have Courtney Serrar coming up, making the long trip up. She doesn't have the big smile on her face tonight. It'd be kind of tough to do that, I think. And, well, Coach, we knew this was going to be a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming in that Hudson's a great team. They're going to give, their best to the team in the Big Rivers, and I think, we just came out soft. We were a little bit scared, a little bit, I don't know what the word is, timid, I think. They had us on our heels right away, and we just could never really recover. So I was proud of the way that we bounced back. I think we won the last 30 minutes of the game, and I was proud of the girls for just, not giving up. It would have been an easy game to just fold the cards. And
you'd closed it to 6.
We did, yeah. So, we have a great group of core leaders who kind of, had the girls going a little bit, and I think we took a step in the right direction, and that's all that we asked.
The big difference that Ethan and I were noticing seemed to be the rebounding. Hudson was absolutely able to control the loose balls, and your girls were scrapping, but Hudson used a lot of position and were able to get the ball, and which provided additional opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. That was something we talked about at halftime, is that we knew we were getting out-rebounded like crazy, and that was something I was looking for them to improve in the second half, and they did. Right away, they came out. I know Emily Burcham had a huge offensive rebound, and so did McKenna Shipman, to just kind of get us going back in the scheme of things. But yes, Hudson, with their length and size, they were taller and more long at every position. So, just jumping with them wasn't working.
And you're right, though, that the girls scrapped. They fought back in the second half. They had some opportunities. Things are gonna be okay.
Yeah, for sure. When we cut it to 6, I knew we were going to be fine. I knew it was going to be tough to kind of dig ourselves back even closer, but I was proud of the way that they, 1 through 5 scrapped and just never gave up, and that's all that you can ask for as a coach. So,
well, Coach Serrar, good luck on Friday. We'll put this one's already ancient history.
Right.
And so good luck on Friday when you take on those always dreaded Regis Ramblers.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. So.
Okay. We'll be back with more Viking post-game right after this timeout.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
And we're back here at Hudson High School with Viking postgame. Vikings take one on the chin tonight, 54-43 at the hands of the Hudson Raiders. Ethan, your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, like I said, we talked about it pregame, during the game, postgame. We knew it was going to be a tougher matchup and taking on the defending D1 runner-up in Hudson Raiders. But I think we showed up pretty well. They showed up in the second half, came out, and like Coach said, they won the last 30 minutes of the game, and that's going to be big going into Friday's home matchup with Regis.
They just have to build on that. A couple things to tighten up. That's in the scope of things that they can do. And
like you said, this one's ancient history.
Challenge for that fourth consecutive St. Croix Conference title before it's all said and done.
Absolutely.
That's the goal. Hey, we want to remind you also, don't forget, we will have that game on Friday. Viking pregame starts at 6:55. And that's Viking basketball coming up Friday, November 19th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Also, don't forget to join NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network on Tuesday, November 30th, as the Viking boys will tip off their season when they host the Amory Warriors. Live coverage will begin with Viking pregame beginning at 6:55, followed by all the live play-by-play action with Ethan and Dan. Well, we're hoping Dan's back by then. That's Colfax boys basketball on Tuesday, November 30th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. The Bloomer Colfax wrestling team will take on Regis and Altoona. That's a co-op team also, in a dual meet on Thursday, December 9th at Bloomer High School. The wrestling action begins at 7 p.m. And start making your plans to tune in to either the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service or NLWN-TV for our Thanksgiving gift to you. That's our Thanksgiving gathering where we have some of the best old-time radio shows to bring to you that night. That's Thanksgiving evening at 7 p.m. on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. Tonight's Colfax High School Girls Basketball game is brought to you by the Colfax Animal Hospital, Dairy State Bank, Anderson Bridge, Slayton's Technology, Pleasant Valley Properties, Aaron's Custom Baling, and Kyle's Buff and Shine. Be sure to thank these fine sponsors for bringing you Colfax Viking basketball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV. For Ethan Bartles and Chris Olson, this is Rick Olson. The final score once again, Hudson Raiders 54, Colfax Vikings 43. You've been tuned to Viking postgame on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been listening to Viking Postgame, a wrap-up of today's Colfax Viking Girls game. You can catch Colfax Vikings games by tuning in to any of the Northern Light Webcasting Network outlets. This has been a production of the Northern Light Webcasting Network.